Holy microwave meatballs, it's me again! And it's been such a long time since we last saw each other. Yeah, but anyway, today I'm signing in to talk about movies again because, well, it's 2014 and it's therefore time for me to assemble my top 10 best and worst movies of 2013. Yes, I am so very not, well prepared for this. I look like shit. But fucking I don't even care anymore. I'm sort of practicing this new bear philosophy of life, you know, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably haven't heard one of the coolest jokes ever told in human history, but never mind. We are here to talk about movies indeed, and before I get into the list, I would just want to disclaim that unlike last time, I will not give a fucking speech to each and every movie on the list. I will just sort of scroll through them real quick, maybe put a little side note to some of them. But yeah. Also, I'm doing both the best and the worst in one video because of this cute little fact. And because, I don't know if I just haven't seen enough movies this year, or this year was just so good for movies, but frankly, I haven't seen that many bad movies this year. Like, putting the top 10 worst movies was really quite difficult. And there are no honorable mentions this time around. It's insane! But yeah, let me just jump right ahead, starting with the top 10 best films I've seen this year. So, number 10, Trance. I felt hypnotized. It was really good. It was really fucking good. Number 9, This Is the End. I fucking love when celebrities laugh at themselves, and this is like pretty much, this is like the most perfect wedding cake of self-mockery. It's just, lovely. Number 8, Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. This is actually why I haven't made this video until now, because I've only seen The Hobbit like a week and something ago, and I've been specifically waiting to see that movie to put the list together because I knew, well, not knew, but I really believed I would put, you know, that the film would pop up into my heart and on the list. And it did, but as you can notice, it's notably, like, lower than An Unexpected Journey, which from last year was, like, in the top 3, I think. And yes, I didn't really love it as much as the first one, but I still loved it nonetheless, particularly for Smaug, who is just, you know, his Cumberbitchin'. Okay, number 7. Great Gatsby. I did not expect a lot from this movie, but man, did I love it. If only for the art. Well, mostly for the art style and just for the way it was all shot. I mean, I did not regret seeing it in a cinema, I'll tell you that. And I don't typically go to cinemas to see romantic drama. Number 6, The Croods. I knew there would be an animated film on this list somewhere, but I did not expect it to be that high. But yeah, it is! I fucking love The Croods. Holy shit. One of the best animated films I've seen in my entire life, to be quite honest. Number 5, Oblivion, with Tom Cruise and that other bitch. Yeah, again. Didn't expect anything from that film. Oh my god, it's really good. And it's one of those films that really just, you know, when it ends, you're just sort of left there to think. And it does make you think. It made me think. And I love thinking and overthinking stuff like every other young man. Number 4, Spectacular Now. Just. Number 3. Holy, I can't find it. I didn't even bother put it in an... Oh yeah, there we go. Number 3, Pacific Rim. I knew I would love it, but I did not know it would also make for one of the greatest, if not the greatest, film theater experience of my life. I'm not even kidding. It was just so ridiculously fun. And, well, mate, just... Number 2, Iron Man 3. Well, there's a surprise. After Iron Man 2, I really didn't think I would get something this good in Iron Man 3, but I did, and holy shit, and holy fucking balls. Iron Man 3 was so damn delicious. Definitely the best Iron Man movie. And just, yeah. And finally, number 1, Man of Steel. Man of Steel, how dare you? Well, fuck you, Man of Steel is Man of Steel. So, just, yeah. Again, I don't want to get into too many details. I don't want to prolong this for too long. It's just that. Man of Steel. Fuck you if you hate it. It's great. It's bloody fabulous. Now, oh yes, of course, I almost forgot. Honorable mentions for the best films of this year. Alright? Okay. Now then, the worst. Top 10 worst films I've seen this year. Number 10, Oz the Great and Powerful. And as I said, putting this list together was quite a struggle because I really haven't seen that many terrible films this year, and Oz the Great and Powerful, I don't think it's a terrible movie. I just really didn't care for it and was really bored with it and obviously disappointed. I'm not a huge Oz fan. Yeah, but this was just and James Franco just so painfully did not fit in that role, I felt. But that could be just me, whatever. Number 9, R.I.P.D. Well, that was just plain awkward. And I could just, swoop that all away, but why Jeff Bridges, I love that guy. He's filled so many iconic roles, some of which are my life sort of guardians. Well, not guardians, but guides through life. Like The Big Lebowski. I tried to live my life in his legacy. And then he does this. Why, Jeff? Whatever. Number 8, Identity Thief. I can't now recall the name of the actress, the fat one, but I quite like her. I don't think she's the most annoying hot actress in Hollywood currently, as a lot of people call her. But in this, she was. She was so incredibly annoying in this film. I don't even... And also, why is Jason Bateman in every fucking comedy they release right now? Why is he being so overrated? What is it in him? I mean, I don't see it. Number 7, After Earth. Surprised to put it so low on the list because it was fucking terrible. It was absolutely painful to watch. But yeah, number 6, The Host. Well, there's one that I wanted to talk about in great depth, but I won't. But let me just say this. If you thought the Twilight films are bad, go see The Host. Because honestly, the Twilight films were at least laughable, in how bad they were. The Host is just boring. It's bad and boring. It's not bad in a laughable way. There's too many good ideas, shall we say, and some decent actors, Unlike in Twilight, which just all around was fucking laughable. So in a way, I think Twilight is more worth seeing and more entertaining than The Host could ever be. Number 5, The To-Do List. Honestly, I just don't understand why this film even exists. I just, it's once again one of those films where I'm just thinking why would anyone put money towards this? I mean, you could buy yourself a new pair of shoes, a real fancy pair, and instead you go ahead and make this film, which is really just a blatant and a really, really pathetic attempt at ripping off Easy A, basically. That's what it felt like anyway, and it was just rubbish. And the actress, the no idea what her name is, but was she supposed to? I guess she was supposed to come off as that, but maybe you shouldn't put that burden on her, because she was painful to watch. It was all really quite painful to sit through, but number 4, Scary Movie 5. And number 3, Inappropriate Comedy. I was really thinking very hard about which of these two comedies did I hate more, with greater passion and with greater sort of anger, and agony. But ultimately, I think I did hate Scary Movie 5 a little less. Yeah. Because, inappropriate comedy is really just insultingly pathetic. Scary Movie 5 is just pathetic. It's not really pathetic to the insulting. I don't think I recall feeling ever insulted watching Scary Movie 5. But I know I felt quite insulted right from the start of the inappropriate comedy. Not because it would be so daring and it would deal with such offensive topics, although that is what it tries to do. No, I felt insulted because it was just pathetic. Not because it was inappropriate. There was nothing... there's a good way to make inappropriate shit. And then there's this. Fuck it. Number 2. Oh, I'm already at number 2. I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, number 2. From the Sea. Holy shit, would you look at that? There's nothing else to say. After Pacific Rim makes for possibly the greatest cinema experience of your life, and you then see From the Sea, there's nothing else to discuss. It's just... And finally, number 1, and I am lighting the remaining half of the vanilla cigar shit that my good friend gave me for Christmas. I kind of promised myself I wouldn't smoke it so early, but fuck it, I don't care anymore. Thank you for waiting patiently there. Number 1, Absence. I don't quite know where to begin as for how insanely, tremendously bad this film was. You gotta see it to believe it. There are no words that can efficiently describe this movie. No words. All I can say is it's one of the worst films I've seen in my entire life. And trust me, even though I am very young still, I have seen a lot of movies in my time. Truth, this year I've been kind of neglecting it, yeah, but I've been busy. What do you want from me? However, this still is one of the worst films I've seen in my entire bloody existence. Anyway, as I said, no honorable mentions for the worst films. I kind of just, but anyway, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of this. Ignore the mess in my room, please. And thanks for watching if you did. And see you later!